That's right. Some schools are changing their bullying numbers because of our questions. Now, schools are required to report bullying incidents to the State Department of Education. Every one of these numbers, that's a bullied student. This law has been in place since 2013, yet we found some schools missing the mark. Bullying is a buzzword in Indiana schools. Hallways and district websites are covered with materials on bullying, which is why we were shocked to find 6 out of 10 Indiana schools did not report a single bullying incident this past school year, and 14% of schools have not reported any bullying since the law took effect 3 years ago. Fairland mom Angie Staggy pushed lawmakers to pass the legislation after her daughter was tormented.
They told her to go kill herself, hang herself. They beat her up in the bathroom.
We showed Staggy all the zeros we found.
This is really disheartening to me. We are really letting our kids down.
Staggy says the idea behind the law was for schools and the state to track how often students are bullied and prevent it from happening.
Is this what you had in mind?
This is not what I had in mind.
Amanda Snap and Tammy Dyson both say their children were victims of repeated bullying within the Perry Township school system.
They threatened to kill her.
Bullying, they say, they reported to school officials.
There was stuff that happened on the school bus almost every day.
Perry Township reported 0 bullying incidents at Southport High School last school year. That's when Tammy says her daughter was bullied. Southport Middle School reported 0 bullying during the 2015-2016 school year, when Amanda says her son was bullied.
Are these numbers correct?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Nope.
Dyson says the taunting got so bad she filed this police report.
It's like a real kick in the face. It really is.
We requested an on-camera interview with the district, but they declined, sending us this written statement. We wanted to talk to the superintendent.
I was wondering if we could take just a couple minutes to talk about the bullying numbers.
So we showed up before a public school board meeting.
Some parents are saying these numbers just aren't accurate. What's your response to that?
Well, the numbers were reported by the building administrators who would be in those buildings investigating those.
Superintendent Pat Mapes emphasizes Perry Township's numbers reported to the state are substantiated bullying cases.
So just because a student reports that they've been bullied does not necessarily mean that that number would be reported to the state.
If it didn't meet the definition of bullying.
The state's definition of bullying says it has to be repeated with the intent to harass, ridicule, humiliate, intimidate, or harm the targeted student and create a hostile school environment.
We have students who kind of monitor this and help solve resolutions and conflict resolutions that's working. And obviously some of our numbers prove that it works.
We thanked Mapes for talking to us and started to leave.
You're more than welcome to set up an appointment time instead of just rushing in.
But we had tried to set up an appointment in a September 14th email to Superintendent Mapes and the district's communications director.
The email I sent said, in lieu of an interview, please accept our statement.
Right, but we think this is something that he needs to answer these questions about. I don't think the statement answered those questions. That's why we're here. He answered the questions.
Great way to do it.
Bottom line, Perry Township stands behind its numbers.
Can we hop upstairs for a second?
I'm going to run a board meeting here,
Yeah.
so she can go upstairs.
We didn't go upstairs. We stayed for the board meeting and later sat down with Indianapolis Public Schools, one of several districts we found misreported its bullying numbers to the state. We found 2/3 of IPS schools reported 0 bullying last school year, and George Washington High didn't report any bullying over the past 3 years.
What happened? It was an oversight, a very unfortunate oversight. We hate that it happened. We regret that it happened, but we own it.
District spokeswoman Carrie Black says IPS has been recording bullying incidents at the school level.
This was an upload error in what was being sent to the state.
After our inquiries, IPS updated its bullying figures to numbers they say are accurate, 689 incidents last school year. The district has also improved its procedures to make sure they report bullying accurately moving forward.
We do want to make sure that we get it right.
Parents of bullied teens say they want schools to take it seriously and report when students are bullied.
Make your kids feel safe in the schools.
But after seeing a sea of zeros, they're left to wonder if the anti-bullying law is having any impact at all.
This is bad.
Get this, there's no punishment for districts who break the law, even though the state uses these numbers to figure out what's happening in our schools. Tonight on the news at 11, we asked the state why their data was missing some important pieces. Kara Kenny, RTV6.